The sky above the colony world was burning. Fires burned bright red and orange, lighting up the dark clouds of smoke that rose high into the sky. The small human colony was on the edge of destruction. Buildings were broken, homes were gone, and the people were running. But no one was coming to help. Mira crouched behind a broken wall, her clothes torn and dirty. Her hands shook as she held a small camera. Her eyes were red from crying and fear. She looked at the last message she was about to send to space. This was her only hope. Please. Someone. Help us. She whispered softly into the camera. The alien. They are coming to kill us all. We don't want to fight, we only want peace. Please, Earth, hear our plea. The colony had tried everything. They sent diplomats to the alien empire begging for mercy. But the aliens were cruel and powerful. The humans had no weapons that could fight back. Now the aliens were ready to destroy the whole colony to send a message to others. No one would stop them. Mira's camera recorded the burning city behind her. People ran in the streets, screaming and crying. She could hear the heavy steps of alien soldiers nearby. Their voices were strange and cold. They did not care. With one last look at the sky, Mira sent the message into space. She prayed it would reach Earth, the home of all humans. But deep down she felt fear. Would anyone come? Or was this the end? Far away on the huge space station that orbited the alien home planet, the message appeared on a giant screen. The alien leaders sat in their cold chairs looking at the human Plea with disgust. Look at them, one of the alien generals said with a cruel smile. Begging for mercy. Pathetic. Another alien laughed. They think Earth will come to save them. Earth is weak. We have destroyed weaker planets before. This will be easy. The leader of the alien empire, a tall figure with sharp eyes, watched silently. He raised his hand and the screen showed the burning colony. Prepare the broadcast, he said calmly. Let all the galaxies see what happens to those who challenge us. On the colony world, Mira's message floated silently in space. The humans who survived hid in caves and underground tunnels. They held hands and waited for a miracle. But the aliens were coming closer, ready to finish the destruction. Back on Earth, the message arrived in a secret command center deep under the ground. The room was dark, filled with quiet voices and flashing screens. A group of humans sat in front of the screens watching the Plea. General Riva, a strong woman with silver hair and sharp eyes, stood at the center. She listened carefully to the message. Around her, other leaders looked tense and worried. For a long moment, no one spoke. Then, Riva said, "Prepare the fleet." Her voice was calm but strong. "We cannot let this happen again. We will protect our people." A young officer asked, "General, our ships are old. We have not fought in years. The aliens are strong." Riva looked at him with steady eyes. "That is why we must show them we are stronger. Earth will not be weak anymore." Outside the command center, far above Earth's atmosphere, an old war satellite suddenly blinked red. It had been silent for decades, forgotten in space. But now it was awake. The satellite began sending signals, calling hidden ships far beyond the solar system. The humans who had been hiding in the dark, training and preparing, were ready. Far from the colony and Earth, in deep space, alien scout ships watched. They saw strange blips on their sensors. Something was moving fast, faster than anything they knew. Back on the alien homeworld, the leaders did not notice the warning signs. They were too busy planning the final strike against the humans. The colony world's sky was still red. Mira's voice echoed in space, a small, soft plea lost in the vast galaxy. But the galaxy was about to change. A deep rumble shook the stars. A fleet of dark ships appeared from the shadows, silent and powerful. The aliens stopped laughing. The humans had arrived. The bridge of the Earth's command ship Valiant was quiet but full of tension. Screens glowed softly, showing stars and distant planets. General Riva stood tall, her eyes fixed on the main screen. The desperate message from the colony still played over and over in her mind. The room was filled with officers and commanders, each waiting for her decision. Everyone knew the truth: the aliens were cruel. They would destroy the colony to show power. Earth could not stand by and watch. "Prepare the fleet," Riva said firmly. "We sail at dawn." A young officer looked surprised. "General, our fleet is small compared to theirs. They have hundreds of ships, we only have 12. Riva nodded slowly. "Yes, but we have something they do not. Heart. We will surprise them." The fleet's ships lined up in perfect formation. They were older ships, rebuilt and ready for battle. The humans on board felt nervous but proud. For years, Earth had hidden its strength. Now they would show the galaxy what humans could do. Meanwhile, far from Earth, the alien empire's soldiers laughed at the news. They had seen the message from Earth. They believed the humans were weak, broken, and scared. "Let them come," sneered the alien commander. "They will fall like all the others." On the alien capital ship, the great warlord stood tall. His armor gleamed in the light and his eyes burned with confidence. "They think they can challenge us, this will be easy." Suddenly, sensors beeped loudly. The warlord's face tightened. "What is this?" An officer rushed in. "Commander, a fleet is approaching fast. It is human." The warlord laughed again. "Humans? That old Earth fleet? They are ghosts from a past war, nothing more." The alien fleet prepared for battle, eager to destroy the Earth ships quickly and send a clear message to the galaxy. Back on Valiant, General Riva looked at the stars. She felt a deep calm inside. "They should have let the colony die," she said softly to herself. But they didn't know what was coming. The human ships jumped forward with a sudden burst of speed. The alien fleet saw them approaching and opened fire. Bright lasers and missiles filled the space between the ships. The humans fired back, but the alien ships were bigger and stronger. For a moment, it looked like the humans would lose. Then something strange happened. The human ships disappeared. No one on the alien fleet understood. One moment they were there. The next moment, the humans vanished from every sensor. Suddenly, the humans reappeared. Behind the alien fleet, the humans had used a secret Earth technology, the quantum slip drive. It allowed them to jump through space instantly. The alien fleet panicked. The human ships fired again, this time from behind. The alien ships had no defense. Explosions lit the dark space as alien ships were destroyed one by one. "Retreat," the warlord shouted, but it was too late. In less than a minute, nearly half of the alien fleet was gone. The surviving alien ships moved away quickly, confused and scared. On the bridge of Valiant, General Riva smiled. "This is only the beginning," she said. Back, on the alien homeworld, news of the defeat spread quickly. The Empire's leaders were shocked and angry. "How did Earth get this power?" they demanded. A scientist whispered, "They have been hiding, training, and building weapons in secret." The alien leaders' eyes burned with rage. "Prepare the fleet again. We will crush Earth and their colonies." But deep inside, even the strongest alien leaders felt fear. The humans had returned, and they were stronger than anyone believed. On the colony world, Mira and the survivors watched the stars, hoping Earth's fleet would arrive soon. "Help is coming," Mira whispered. The galaxy was about to change forever. The stars were silent, but something deep inside space was moving fast. The human fleet, small but fierce, traveled with one goal: to save their people and send a clear message to the galaxy. Earth was not weak anymore. On the bridge of the lead ship Valiant, General Riva stood watching the galaxy's darkness. Her eyes were calm, but inside her heart a fire burned. She thought of Earth's history, a time long ago when humans fought terrible wars and disappeared from the stars. Many believed Earth was gone forever, but Earth was alive, stronger than ever. "Prepare the weapons," Riva ordered. "We will show them what Earth can do." Meanwhile, the alien warlord stared at his broken fleet. His pride was wounded, but his anger grew stronger. "They are ghosts from the past," he hissed, "but ghosts can haunt the living." The alien scientists worked day and night to understand Earth's new power. They discovered a terrible truth. Earth had rebuilt its fleet with secret technology and weapons more advanced than anyone guessed. The humans did not want war, but they were ready for it. Back on the human ships, the crew trained harder than ever. The engineers worked on strange new weapons called plasma cannons and quantum missiles. These weapons could destroy even the strongest alien ships. The alien empire sent spies to watch the humans. They saw the humans moving fast, faster than before. Something was coming, something big. Suddenly, a strange message arrived at the alien command ship. It was from Earth. The message was short but clear. "We did not come for war, we came for peace, but if you fire first, we will answer with full force." The alien warlord smiled cruelly. "They think they can scare us. They will learn the meaning of fear." On the colony world, Mira heard the message. She felt hope for the first time in months. Maybe Earth was different now. Maybe they would fight to save her people. The alien warlord gave the order. "Attack!" The alien fleet rushed forward, stronger than before. They fired their biggest weapons at the humans, but this time, the humans were ready. The plasma cannons fired bright blue beams. The quantum missiles sped through space, hitting alien ships with perfect aim. Alien ships exploded one by one. The sky above the colony lit up with fire from the battle. The aliens tried to escape, but the humans chased them. The humans moved fast, striking hard. "Hold the line," General Riva shouted. "We fight for our people, we fight for Earth." Suddenly, the alien warlord's ship shook. A massive blast hit the hull. His armor cracked. His confidence broke. "Impossible," he muttered. "How can they do this?" The alien fleet was losing. The humans pushed forward, unstoppable. On the colony world, Mira watched the battle lights in the sky. Tears ran down her face. "They are here," she whispered. "Earth is here." The humans fought with a new power, the power of survival, the power of hope. The alien empire's great warlord fell back, his fleet broken. But Earth did not stop. They moved closer to the alien capital ship, the heart of the enemy. The galaxy watched in silence. Earth had returned. The dark void of space was about to explode with fury. The Earth fleet, small but brave, closed in on the alien capital ship, a giant fortress floating like a shadow among the stars. The alien warlord waited inside, his face cold and hard. He knew this battle would decide everything. "This is our last chance," General Riva said to her crew aboard Valiant. Her voice was steady but firm. "We fight not just for the colony, but for Earth's future." The crew prepared for the biggest fight of their lives. Soldiers checked weapons, engineers ran last-minute repairs, and the pilots studied their battle plans. Suddenly, the silence shattered. The alien capital ship roared to life, its massive guns glowing red. Huge laser beams shot out, lighting up space like deadly fireworks. The human ships moved quickly. Lasers flew back and forth in a deadly dance. Explosions rocked the dark space. The human flagship Valiant shook as a powerful blast hit its shield. "Shields, down to 50%, a crew member shouted. "We hold the line," Riva commanded. "No retreat," the alien warlord's voice boomed over the comms. "Surrender now, humans. Your fight is over." Riva's eyes flashed with fire. "Never." Suddenly, a small human fighter ship darted forward, weaving through enemy fire. It fired a missile directly at the alien warlord's ship. The missile struck the hull. The alien ship shook violently. "Security breach," the alien warlord yelled. "On, Valiant," the crew cheered quietly. The tide was turning, but the alien warlord was not defeated yet. He pressed a red button, and a huge wave of energy shot out from his ship, a shockwave that pushed the human ships back. Several human ships were damaged, spinning out of control. Riva gritted her teeth. "Focus on the enemy's engines. We must stop that ship." The human pilots pushed their ships harder, flying closer and closer. Inside the alien capital ship, alarms blared. The warlord's officers scrambled, trying to fix the damage. Suddenly, the ship trembled violently. The humans had hit the engines. The warlord growled in anger. They should have given up. Outside, the Valiant fired its secret weapon, A massive plasma cannon charged with pure energy. The blast hit the alien capital ship's core. A huge explosion rocked the ship. Pieces of the fortress broke away, drifting into space. The alien fleet began to fall apart. "Retreat," the warlord ordered, but it was too late. The humans had won the first great battle. On the colony world below, the survivors watched the sky light up with the signs of victory. Mira smiled through her tears. "They came," she said. "They saved us." But far away, in the shadows of space, other enemies watched quietly. The war was not over. Earth's fight had just begun. The battle was over, but the silence that followed was heavy and cold. The stars seemed dimmer, as if mourning the cost of war. On the Valiant, General Riva stood in the command room looking at the damage report. Many ships were badly hurt. Some were lost forever. She sighed deeply. "We won the battle, but at what cost?" The crew moved quietly, tired and worn. They had fought bravely, but the pain of loss was clear on their faces. Among the crew was Lieutenant Kian. He was young but brave, and the battle had changed him. He had lost friends in the fight. "I didn't expect it to be this hard," Kian whispered to his friend Mara. Mara shook her head. "War never is." Meanwhile, the colony world was safe, for now. Mira and the survivors began to rebuild their homes. The fear that had ruled their lives started to fade, but the war was not over. From deep in space, new enemy ships appeared, larger and more powerful than before. "They've sent reinforcements," Riva said grimly. "They want to finish this war." Back on Earth, leaders held emergency meetings. The planet was readying for a long fight. Scientists worked day and night to improve weapons and shields. Engineers built new ships faster than ever. Riva gathered her commanders. "We must be ready for anything. Our people are counting on us." The humans had surprised the galaxy once. Now, they had to do it. Again, the alien empire was furious. Their leader swore revenge. "Earth will pay for this humiliation," he said. "We will crush them completely." On the Valiant, the crew prepared for the next battle. They knew it would be harder. Kian stood at the ship's window, watching the stars. He thought of the friends he lost and the family he wanted to protect. "This fight is bigger than me," he said softly. Mara came beside him. "It's bigger than all of us. But we're not alone." As the new alien fleet drew closer, the humans steeled themselves. The war was far from over, but Earth's fleet was ready. The dark silence inside the Valiant was different now. The crew moved more quietly. Something had changed. The battle with the alien fleet was over for the moment, but the war was far from done. General Riva sat in her command room, her eyes fixed on the glowing star map. The new enemy ships were coming closer, stronger than before. But there was another threat, one that hid in the shadows of their own fleet. Whispers had spread among the crew. Someone was leaking their plans to the enemy. Someone was betraying Earth. Riva's face was hard and serious. "This is not just a fight in space anymore," she said. "It's a fight inside our own walls." Lieutenant Kian stood beside her, tension rising in his chest. "Who could it be?" he asked quietly. Riva shook her head. "We don't know. But if we don't find the traitor soon, everything we've fought for will be lost." The crew became watchful. Security was tighter. Every message was checked, but the traitor was clever. The leak continued. One night, Kian stayed late in the control room, studying encrypted messages and logs. He noticed something strange, a pattern in the communications. Someone was sending secret signals. "General," Kian said the next morning, "I think I found something." Riva looked at the screen. The coded messages were simple but clear, a warning. Stop the war, or lose everything. No name, no signature. Just a message filled with fear and desperation. Riva frowned. Is this a threat, or a plea for peace? Kian's voice was quiet, but firm. Maybe both. Days passed. The tension grew. The crew was nervous. not knowing whom to trust. One evening, as the crew prepared for the next battle, Keon heard a noise near the weapons room. He moved silently and saw a shadow slipping away. Keon followed, heart pounding. The figure stopped in a dark corner and turned. It was Mara, his friend, the one who had fought beside him since the beginning. "Why?" Keon asked, stunned. Mara's eyes were full of tears. "I didn't want this war. It's killing us." Keon's voice cracked. "You're helping the enemy?" She nodded slowly. "I sent messages to the aliens hoping to find a way to stop the fighting. I thought maybe they would listen." Riva arrived at that moment, her face heavy with disappointment. "Betrayal like this hurts deeper than any enemy attack," she said softly. Mara looked at the ground. "I'm sorry." The crew was shocked. Trust had broken inside their own fleet. Riva turned to her officers. "We must learn from this. We will fight with our hearts as well as our weapons." The alien warlord smiled in his ship, knowing his plan was working. But Riva was determined. "War is not just about battles," she said. "It's about protecting what we love, even when the enemy is within." As Mara was taken away, Keon felt the weight of the fight heavier than ever. The war was no longer only in space. It was inside their souls, and the hardest battles were still ahead. The dark shadows of the alien fleet loomed closer to Earth's defenses. The stars themselves seemed to hold their breath. General Riva stood firm on the bridge of the Valiant. Her eyes scanned the battle reports, her jaw tight with determination. Betrayal had rocked their trust, but it had also made them stronger. "Prepare for the final battle," she ordered, her voice steady. "This is our last chance." Lieutenant Keon stood beside her, his heart heavy, but ready. Mara's betrayal still stung, but he knew the war was bigger than personal pain. The human ships formed a strong line, shields glowing, weapons charged. Every pilot, every soldier was ready. The alien warlord's fleet advanced, firing waves of deadly lasers. Explosions lit the void as ships from both sides were hit. Keon gripped the railing, watching lasers fly past. "This is it," he whispered. "For Earth, for our people." Suddenly an alarm blared. "Enemy flagship approaching," a voice announced. Riva's eyes narrowed. The warlord's massive ship moved fast, aiming straight for the Valiant. "Divert all power to shields," she commanded. "Prepare the ion pulse." The ion pulse was Earth's secret weapon, a powerful burst of energy that could disable ships without destroying them. It was their best hope. The Valiant's crew worked quickly, charging the weapon. The battle raged around them. Ships exploded, alarms screamed. But inside the Valiant, focus was absolute. "Fire ion pulse," Riva shouted. A wave of blue energy burst forth, rippling through space. The enemy flagship shuddered, its systems flickering. But the warlord was not finished. He activated his escape pod. "Retreat," he bellowed. Keon jumped into a fighter with others and chased the pod. They surrounded it quickly. "End of the line," Keon said through his comms. The pod opened and the warlord stepped out, eyes burning with rage but alive. "Earth may have won this fight," he snarled, "but the war is far from over." Riva stepped forward, voice calm but strong. "We will be ready. Earth will never back down." The warlord was captured and taken to the Valiant's brig. As the crew caught their breath, relief and exhaustion mixed in the air. On Earth, quiet celebrations began. The cost had been high, but humanity had proved its strength. Mira stood looking, up at the night sky, tears in her eyes. "We did it," she whispered. Keon joined her. "But we must stay ready," he said. "This war showed us our strength, and our need to protect what we love." Riva spoke to her crew later. "This is a new beginning," she said. "Our courage and unity won today. But the universe is vast and full of dangers. We will meet them together." The stars were bright again. Earth had sent a message the galaxy would never forget. "We are here. We are strong. And we will fight for our future." The war was over. The great battle had ended, but Earth's future was still uncertain. "General," Riva stood on the bridge of the Valiant, watching the stars. The enemy warlord was locked away in a secure cell, powerless now. Earth's fleet had won, but the cost had been heavy. Many ships were lost. Many lives had been sacrificed. The colonies were free, but their scars were deep. Mira had returned to the colony worlds. She helped rebuild homes and comfort survivors. Her eyes shone with hope. "The stars feel different now," she told Kian one quiet evening, "like something new is beginning." Kian nodded. "We fought hard, but peace is fragile. We must be ready." Back on Earth, leaders met to plan the future. They knew this war was only the start. "We will build stronger defenses," Riva said firmly. "We will find new allies. Earth will no longer be weak." But even as they planned, strange signals appeared in deep space, unfamiliar and mysterious. Scientists watched them carefully, puzzled and uneasy. Kian stood on Earth's surface looking up at the night sky. "The universe is vast," he said softly. "This war showed us our strength, but also our need to stay united." Riva smiled beside him. "We are awake now, ready for what comes next." The stars above twinkled, hiding secrets and dangers, but Earth was no longer afraid. A new dawn was rising. The future was uncertain, but one thing was sure. Earth had changed forever.